Hi guys, I hope you enjoyed learning about Mozart last week. Today's composer comes from the same period of art, classicism, just like Mozart did. In fact, he was born exactly 250 years ago. His name is Ludwig van Beethoven. Beethoven was born a few years after Mozart, and he loved Mozart's music. He grew up wanting to be just like Mozart. He was a big fan of Mozart. And in fact, when he was 16 years old, he went to Vienna to visit his hero Mozart and stayed there for a few months. And he did manage to get an opportunity to play for Mozart. And Mozart was very impressed. Soon after, Beethoven did become famous and very well regarded as a composer, but unfortunately he started losing his hearing. He couldn't hear very well. And by the end of his life, he completely lost his hearing to the point where he was deaf. In fact, the last 10 years of his life, he was entirely deaf. And what is amazing to me is to realize that some of the best music he had written, and some of the best music ever written in the history of humanity, was written in those 10 last years of Beethoven's life when he was completely deaf. Now, when I think about it, I ask myself, how is that even possible? And sometimes I think I compare that to a painter not being able to see, but painting regardless. Can you imagine being blindfolded, not being able to see, and having a piece of paper in front of you and drawing or painting? It's kind of feels like that. Beethoven, how did he do that? Well, I think he was a genius, and we're going to explore him today. Today we're going to listen to Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, first movement. Now let's talk about what a symphony is. Let me show you a book I have here. It says, a symphony is a long piece of music usually divided into smaller sections called movements. It's played by an orchestra. Ludwig van Beethoven wrote 9 symphonies. So what did he say? It's a large piece of music. So here is a symphony, large piece of music that's very long. So it's not 2 minutes long or 3 minutes long, 10 minutes long. It's longer than that. And it's divided into movements. So like smaller pieces within the symphony. And normally symphonies have 4 movements. So we have movement 1, movement 2, movement 3, movement 4, 4 movements or 4 smaller parts, smaller pieces within the symphony. And then each one of those movements has many, many, many notes, right? And those notes make up themes. So this Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, first movement, has a very interesting theme. This over here says a theme in the first movement that goes like this, and you might be able to recognize it. It goes like this. Ba 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 ba, ba 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 ba. Have you heard that before? That's a theme. Let's talk about what a theme is. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been to a birthday party that had a theme? Like, for example, when my son, who is now 7 years old, when he was little, he really liked the Paw Patrol. So one year for his birthday, he had to have everything Paw Patrol based. So Paw Patrol jumping, house, Paw Patrol cake, Paw Patrol cups and napkins, everything for his birthday party had to be Paw Patrol. Then the next year he was really into Ghostbusters, so everything had to be Ghostbusters themed. That's a theme. When something has a theme, that means it's based on an idea. A theme is an idea. You might have written themes, maybe in your English language arts, you were asked to write something on a theme. So a theme would be, how did I spend my summer? Or what was my favorite part of being quarantined? What was my least favorite part about being quarantined? Do I like cats or dogs better? Those are all themes or ideas. And earlier I mentioned that symphony is a piece written for an orchestra. So orchestra is many musicians, large group of musicians playing at the same time, and they're playing different instruments together. The orchestra is divided into various sections: the strings, the woodwinds, the brass, and the percussion section. So here we have the strings, then we have the woodwinds, the brass, and here is our percussion. So that's an orchestra. An orchestra performs a symphony. All right, let's hear Beethoven's Symphony number 5, movement 1. Did you hear the theme? Ba 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 bum, ba 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 bum. Have you heard that before? There comes the theme again. Ba 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 ba. Can we all do this? Ba 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 ba. Ready? Ba 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 ba. That's the famous theme of the Fifth Symphony, first movement. We're going to listen to a few minutes of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, first movement together. And as we do that, I would like you to pay attention to a few things. I would like you to pay attention to whether or not the music at the moment is sounding piano or soft. In music, piano means soft. Or is it forte or loud? Piano, soft. Forte, loud. Okay, and another thing is, what is the tempo of the piece? Is the music at the moment going in a fast tempo or in a slow tempo? Tempo is the speed. Tempo, speed. Okay, so pay attention to dynamics. Dynamics, piano or forte. Dynamics means volume. Piano or forte. And pay attention to the tempo of the piece. Is it fast or slow? enjoyed so much exploring Beethoven with you guys this week. Of course, there is a lot more of Beethoven to explore, and I would like you to start with listening to the entire first movement of the Fifth Symphony. I provided the link in this week's activity sheet. Also, I would like you to watch the video about Beethoven's life. It's about 5 minutes long and it's very interesting. Okay, have a great week and I'll see you soon.